Thank you, Vivek. Thank you for your time. So for me, it's a proud moment because Sarvam AI is being selected. I think first Indian company to be selected to build a foundational model. Correct? Yes, correct. First of all, let's start by what does Sarvam do, and we can go ahead from there. Yeah.
See, I think the Sarvam had two important things that they were focused on. The first thing that we believe is that this technology, like generative AI technology, is so important that we need to understand it in India from the foundational layer. That's one of the goals. The second thing that we said, one of the core things that we said is that in India, I think people like to communicate in their own languages and they like to communicate by voice. And we said the voice by which if people can actually achieve things, then that's something that's very important for them to be able to. And I think we can make life easier for people if we actually create those kinds of systems. So while Sarvam works at the foundational layer, we also work at the application layer to actually do things. And I myself, my own background is from India's digital public infrastructure. So therefore, I said India can do some of these things differently, and therefore it's a continuation of that logical step.
Perfect. I think we are having a roundtable. Yeah, right. So I think you said about your vision, right? Because building a foundation model is not easy.
Yes.
Right. So how challenging is it for you being in India in terms of all that?
No, it is definitely a challenging thing, no doubt about it. But I think that it is our responsibility that we build this capability within the country, right? And so therefore, I think the intent of actually doing this and also the intent of the government to support these kinds of efforts is actually to create this core of people who know how to train models from scratch. And I think that is something that is very fundamental. But of course, I think that we hope to actually put together a model there which is close to state of the art, and at least for Indian use cases is the state of the art. But the intent is that to actually have a model like that work over time, it's the distribution that is important, right? If the model is not used, then of course it may be good at one point in time, but over time, it's something that's very important that needs to happen. So we hope to actually try and not just build this model, but make this model part of population scale use cases.
That's a lot of pressure, you say. You've been targeted in all the way possible, asking the same question, how are you handling the pressure? So, and you also seem to be a very cool person. So how's it been for you? Because the journey has been great so far.
Yeah, I think, see, the point is this. It's about the mission, right? And I think that when you think that that's what is the thing that matters, then, you actually kind of, life becomes simpler, right? And I think that we have to build these things for our country. And I've had maybe the opportunity of doing these kinds of things a few times before, which is probably why, there is some trust in us being able to do something like this. So, but I think that nevertheless, it's a responsibility because this is a field, I have never seen a field that moving as fast as this has. And I think, therefore, whatever you thought of yesterday, today may become, you have to change your course based on new things that you learn. Having said that, we put together a team of young people, and that's, I'm not so young myself, but we put together a team of young people who are actually, highly motivated to make this happen.
So the following question for me was, in terms of team, when you talk about the team, because of the era we are in, right? Because of the whole revolution we are in, the team size is reduced and you're able to give the same output, or you still need a larger team to give a good output?
No. I think one of the things that about AI is definitely you can do more things with a smaller team. There's no, as we are also building models, we are also leveraging AI to make ourselves more efficient. I think that's something that everybody will have to realize, that all teams will become leaner to do those kinds of things, and the kinds of things that AI allows us to do. You can do more with fewer people. But it's important that we like high quality people, and I think and highly talented people in a system that works to actually create something like this.
Right. One interesting thing what I've seen is your recent model that is somewhat
Sarvam Translate, yes.
Sarvam Translate, right? Is trained on Gemma, correct? Can you tell me more about it? Because no one's talking about Gemma and it's an SLM, if I'm
See, Gemma has actually multiple sizes. I don't know, they have a 1 billion, they have a 4 billion, 27, or they have a 27, up to 27 billion. So 27 billion is not an SLM by any stretch of imagination. So, see, I think the point is this, that, in this era, right, there are going to be the closed source models and there are going to be the open source models. And I think that you should leverage the open source models to actually build things that are useful for you. So we just as an example, we took the 4 billion version of Gemma, and we basically, fine-tuned it to create this thing called Sarvam Translate, which translates between all Indian languages in a document style. Okay. So therefore, if I have a app textbook, it is the book can be translated with all its formatting. If I have, say, code, I could convert all the comments into in Indian language if I wanted to do that. Or if I wanted to kind of look at a social media post, all the kinds of the text, something that was, and it works in all the 22, all the 22 scheduled languages of India. So that's, and we wanted to put it out there and it's put out there as an open source model. So anybody can either take it from Hugging Face or you can use it in our endpoint. And we just wanted to show that things that are relevant to India can be built on top of an open source model. And those are the kinds of things that we want to also build the skills of people to do these kinds of things.
perfect?
Yeah.
One last question I wanted to know. You said if you have a mission, that is what matters. So what's your mission? And as another Indian, I'm also waiting to see Sarvam on top, because we will be very proud, and we are already proud of Sarvam, and we really want a foundational model to come and be a state of art. So what is your mission and vision of?
No, I see. We will, firstly, I think benchmarks are fine. They're good. But they're in the end, they're beauty contests.
Correct.
Right? In the end, you want, if there is a model which is used at a massive scale to make meaningful benefits for, let's say I had a model which every child can use to get a good education, or if it can make a big difference healthcare, models like ours become important parts of it. That would be the vision which we are chasing.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Vivek. I think it's been great. Thank you.
So, thank you.